Hey, what's up, y'all? Follow up to one of my previous videos about the post-chain sacrifice. So as time has gone on, I've chilled out in the Telegram, including the Telegram voice chat, which is pretty nice. Because I just like kind of listening. I don't really know how to talk in the voice chat, but apparently it's not that hard. But there's a couple common misconceptions that I've seen come up a couple times between the Pulse sacrifice versus the largest airdrop. The sacrifice and the airdrop are kind of different. I mean, in both cases, you're getting tokens. In one, you're getting Pulse, and in the other, you're getting the PRCs. Because it's a full state copy from Ethereum. It's not like Binance Smart Chain or Matic where they kind of like layer 2 fork kind of thing with a bridge. But yeah, they started empty, and the Pulse is going to start with a copy of everything, and there you go. Will stablecoins have value? It really just depends. They'll probably have a little bit of value because they won't be backed, and the USDC could block Pulse, and the PUSDCs would not be really, they'd be frozen. But anyway, they're probably not going to do that, as Richard might say, they're getting sued. So yeah, Pulse Chain, Telegram, Richard Hart's Twitter, YouTube, Hexologist, Hodl Dog, all those guys, check them out. So another thing is, how many Pulse will you get per dollar worth of sacrifice? And there are different levels of bonuses and stuff, but basically getting 10,000 points per dollar, not 10,000 Pulse. Because I think, and then they're going to divide it up because they have a supply kind of in mind, so they're going to just divide it up by the points with all the bonuses, and it is decreasing now. I think there's about 2 weeks left. It's July 24th, 2021, and I think the supply is going to be a little over 1 trillion. Maybe you're wrong on that. I'm not an expert, I'm just giving you guys a quick rundown. Check it all out yourselves. And another thing, because if there was $1 billion donated, which is very possible, then you don't want a 10 trillion supply. It's a little high. I believe there's probably upwards of 600 million sacrificed to the Pulse chain. The nice thing is the value of these tokens should start at 0, so you won't have a taxable event right when you get the tokens. And when you sacrifice, I guess that's not really counted as selling because you're just ditching it. But that might be up to your jurisdiction and local government with the tax agency. I don't know. To me, it's basically an ICO, but cooler. But I like how they phrase it. I understand why they do that. It's for tax reasons, legal reasons. Don't expect work from others type of thing. It's cool. Another thing, while we're on the topic of sacrificing versus airdrop, so the airdrop, all the ERCs are going to be PRCs, including non-fungible tokens, which are not ERCs, but anyway, 20s. But instead of getting a PETH, Pulse Ethereum, you're going to get one Pulse, PLS is going to be a ticker. You get one Pulse per ETH. And people are like, well, why do I only get one Pulse when I get 10,000 for donating $1? And it's like, well, yeah, it's basically nothing when 10,000 costs $1, but it'll give you enough to like pay gas. So you'd be able to use the chain because it's not a feeless chain. It is 100% deflationary. See, ETH 2.0 in my mind could be inflationary if the demand isn't there, and deflationary. We'll see what it's like when the ETH 2.0 scaling really happens. The Pulse is strictly deflationary. I think 25% of the transaction fees are burned. The rest go to the validators, who then it goes to the people delegating to them. And I think there's going to be 33 validators you can delegate. There's no lockup, so it's a lot different than Hex. And I like how, well, I don't like it, but Richard Hart is really crapping on ETH staking, because you have to have 32 to do it yourself, and people trust other people to do it. You have to run the node. If you don't run it right, you're going to get slashed. That's not going to be a thing in Pulse. Or maybe it will be if the validators really F up, but I'm not sure about that. To be able to stake your Pulse, get those fees. But yeah, the 1 ETH to one thing, it's just enough to do some transactions. Because if you have shit on MetaMask, you're going to have ETH, so it's just a nice little... I mean, there will probably be a faucet anyway, but it's just like, you know, you don't have to go to the faucet. You got it. You got that Pulse. But yeah, it's basically a faucet. Oh, and I brought the douche flute. Shout out to the guy in one of my other videos who said y'all don't want to listen to the douche flute. Whatever. I don't want to listen to it either, but it is what it is. Let me think about some more common misconceptions about Pulse. So we don't have a launch date for Pulse quite yet. The public testnet should be coming out within the week. I just caught a little bit of Richard's live stream earlier today. And welcome to the night studio, by the way. First video in the studio with the artificial lighting. You know, late night. Just felt like doing a video. The sacrifice, people are like, how do we track it? Like, why is Richard selling it or whatever? I'm sure it's not just Richard, guys. It might be a lot of people. It might be lawyers. It might be developers. We don't really know. I mean, I'm not worried about Richard not delivering. Let me put it that way. I'm not worried about him running away with the money. No. But in some ways, it kind of is like an ICO. And but they have like the product pretty much well developed. It's just not public yet. So if you got in early, you got a bonus. If you want to get in later, at least you'll have some more you know, solid code and things and testnet to go off of. Common misconceptions. Yeah, so you'll be able to like use Aave with your PRCs. And you know, there's going to be a bridge back and forth because at first you won't have on and off ramps that accept Pulse. So you'll probably want to go to ETH, and it's like, if you have to go to ETH to cash out, are you really saving that much gas? Because you're going to have to pay an ETH fee. And yeah, Pulse is going to have 3-second blocks, which gives it more scalability. And it's going to have more throughput because I think they're going to upgrade the block size or something. I'm not sure, but it's going to be a lot more scalable. I would like to know the specifics of like Polygon versus Pulse, just to see which is more scalable. But in the end, it's not all about scalability. It is to a large extent, and the deflationary mechanism is good, very good. But let me think for a second. What are people talking about? But yeah, I like Pulse. I did sacrifice. I'm really conservative, guys. Like 2%. 2% of my portfolio sacrificed. I'm gonna regret that later, probably. But you know, I didn't accidentally want to mess up the sacrifice phase and lose all my crap. So you know, I'm not trying to hate on Polygon. It's good. I did sacrifice. I did switch some Polygon to ETH and sacrifice it, among other things. But I still got my moon bag. I do like ETH scaling solutions. You know, roll-ups are coming. But Hex is just beating ETH to it. They're just like, whoop, boo, whoop, staking. What I'm wondering is, are you going to be able to bridge all ERCs, so you'll have regular ERC on Pulse and Pulse ERC on Ethereum, and And they're doing a balancing thing because the ratios in the like Uniswap are going to be weird. They're going to inflate the supply a little bit to sort of balance out those liquidity pools. That might be a little more complex if you're just new to this, but yeah, there's going to be a lot of trading on these pairs at first to see what the value of these things are. I can't believe Alex Saunders, Nuggets news. Oof, I shouldn't even mention him, but man, he he suckered BitBoy. He sullied his name. Yeah. Ooh. Anyway, I don't think the Pulse chain team is holding that much. I heard 1%, which seems really low. So I'm not sure if it's 1%. Maybe it's more, but I don't think it's like Hex where it's 50%, for better or worse. And we'll see if the development keeps going. Richard's been liking to tout his that some of the code had gotten merged into Geth, one of the main Ethereum. I think it's a node software. So they've already got a command. Richard's like, we're making ETH better, and it's kind of true. Vitalik's actually down with it. I heard Vitalik is like, it's cool. It's cool. Yeah, you're raising money and shit for charity. Like, it's cool. And Richard's trying to be friendly with Ethereum, which I think is good. Though he does say he has a backup plan to basically create a lot of spam or a lot of congestion on Ethereum, so people are forced to will make Pulse look more attractive. But maybe they could do the same to Pulse. Anyway. So that's the Pulse, Someone was asking me personally that I know about like when they get the Pulse, do they have to do anything to claim their Pulse? It's just going to be in your MetaMask. You're going to have to probably upload a network. Maybe someday it'll be default in MetaMask, and they'll have other wallets you'll be able to use too, at least someday. Not sure about right away. And there may even just be a button where you say add to MetaMask and it says confirm and it's there. Because that's what I've seen happen with Polygon on QuickSwap. You can just click. It'll even give you a small amount. So, yep. Good times. Someone was saying to me, wow, this wouldn't have made sense 2 years ago. I don't know. I mean, I think Richard's timing is pretty good with this. It's pretty good. They, yeah. Maybe it would have been nice to come out a little sooner when ETH fees were really high, but there was so much. Honestly, there was more congestion like 5 or 6 months ago, or even 3 months ago. Binance. Binance. I'm not even against Binance, by the way, but like Binance and Polygon and Elrond and Solana, not really, and Avalanche, some of these interesting projects. And now it's kind of like people are talking about Pulse. People are talking about it, and it could be banging, but for a while to cash out, you're gonna have to go back to ETH mainnet. So, but yeah, there's no admin keys, none of that, and yeah. So until next time, Josh TH.